Hey everybody and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing another first impressions tutorial. So I have a number of new products for me that I want to try out for the first time and create a full look. Anything that I don't have a new product for, I'm going to try and use something that I don't normally use. Okay, first things first, I'm the realist, no. But if you can hear any like noise or anything in the background, I'm having some work done. You shouldn't be able to hear it too much because it's in the back of the house. But because there's noise and builders and stuff, it's making my dog annoyed and growling and barking, so you might hear him throughout the video, or I'll try and edit it out if I can. And the other thing that I wanted to mention before I get started is I am having a giveaway over on my Instagram and Facebook. It's one big giveaway for one winner, and you can enter either on Instagram or Facebook or both. I am praying that this video goes up before the closing date, which is August 29th. This should be going up before then. It's just things are crazier because of the stuff that I'm getting done. I'm having a new makeup studio put out the back of my house. So things are a little bit crazy and a little bit busy, so I'm hoping that I find time to edit this and get it up quickly enough, because it is Saturday today and the studio is supposed to be ready for Monday because I am back to back all week with Deb's clients, so it needs to be ready for Monday. So I'm going to be doing makeup all week next week, so I don't know when I'm going to edit this, but maybe I'll find time tonight. Anyway, head over to either my Instagram or my Facebook. If you're already following me over there, I'm sure you've already seen that I've had loads of posts about it, because I initially posted all of the products, a picture of all of the products and how to enter, and I'm slowly featuring each product in its own post. So you may have already seen it. If you're not following me on my social media, go over and do that and enter, and you could win a whole load of goodies, including the Modern Renaissance palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I'll be using that in today's first impressions. So let's get into it. I have a little bit of a cold coming on, so I'm trying to keep myself warm with tea. But I don't think having wet hair is the best idea. Do what you gotta do. So I'm just priming with my Urban Decay primer potion in Eden as usual. And I didn't bother putting up my background today just because I felt like this was going to be a little bit more of a chill vibe video. A little bit more chatty and casual or something. Also, I didn't really have time. So I don't know if I start with my eyes like usual or start with my base. I think I might start with my foundation, just to mix it up. Live on the edge, go a little cray. So for my primer, I'm going to use the Makeup Revolution Ultra Strobe Cream. So we'll see what this is like, and if it's anything like MAC Strobe Cream, or if it's on that same wavelength. Okay, so it's coming out like a white cream, similar to like how the MAC Strobe Cream would, but I don't know if it's as luminescent. Oh, it's like a goldy sheen to it, rather than that kind of pearlescent that the MAC has. So I'm gonna pop that on. I don't know how I feel about this. I'll have to see how it looks with the foundation over it, because you can kind of see, like, I don't know if you can see, the goldy sheen is like little tiny micro sparkles. Like if you look really closely, you can see the little, not glitter, but just sparkles. It's kind of weird. But it could be totally fine once foundation is over, and I'm using a full coverage foundation, so I'm sure we won't be able to see it at all, but we'll see. So for my foundation, I am for the first time using the Double Wear Maximum Cover from Estee Lauder, and I have it in a colour that I don't know how it's going to suit me or whatever. It's in the colour Creamy Vanilla. No idea. I normally wear Dawn in the regular Double Wear, and when I went into the counter they didn't have all the colours in the maximum coverage, and she just kind of recommended the closest one that they had to that. So that's how it looks on the hand. It's a thicker cream. And we'll go for, what brush? I'm going to use one that I used yesterday, so I'm just going to give it a really quick clean just to get most of the product off it. This is the NEMA brush. I think it's the round topped kabuki, this one. I have some NEMA brushes in the giveaway that I'm doing at the moment, and they're really, really nice. I really like this one. Yeah, it's nice. So we'll start from the center of the face, and as you would expect, amazing coverage. Yeah, a little bit light. That's annoying. A bit light, and I feel like maybe a little bit too neutral. I think I would like it a little bit more yellow, but I'll put on powder and bronzer and stuff, so we'll warm it up a little bit. I like how easy it blends for like a thick cream full coverage foundation. It's moving really nicely. I don't know if that primer is having anything to do with it. I don't know. There's a little bit of a slip there, but nothing too major. But it's blending really, really nicely. It's not catching on anything. I'm a full coverage foundation kind of gal. Oops. So this is right up my street because I just feel like I have a lot of marks and scars from previous acne and because even though they're only small little marks, there's a lot of them and they're quite pigmented. I'm interested to know how this will wear in my fine lines. Like, I find that foundation nearly always settles in my forehead lines and in my smile lines. So I'm interested to how this will wear that way, and also if the primer will impact it at all. Obviously I'll be trying this foundation with other primers and stuff, but because it's definitely a matte finish foundation, I don't know if it'll do that too much anyway. I think this is just my new favourite. That was so easy to achieve. Like, and I know this isn't what a lot of people want, is that, you know, full coverage matte. It isn't very natural looking, but it's what I want because then I can add my highlight and add my glow where I want it, and do everything I need to do with like blush and colour and everything. So I like to start from like blank canvas. Okay, concealer. Okay, so I don't have a new concealer, but I have a concealer that I don't know, maybe I've used once or something, but I have this palette here from Sephora that I got a good while ago, and it's like a contour highlight blush kind of a deal. I need to actually use this because I don't know if I have ever used this. Have I just swatched them? Because some of them seem to have been a little bit used. But I'm going to use one of the concealers. I'll use the lightest one under the eyes. I think that might be a little bit light. Will I try the other one? I'll try the middle one. Yeah, so I'm using this middle one here because I don't have any like peach corrector underneath. The lighter one was just looking a little bit ashy, and I'm also not wearing any sort of under eye primer, so we'll see how this wears. It is more of a creamy concealer, so I'm imagining that it will crease, but there's nice coverage there. It's buildable, and even though it's a creamy texture, it's like a matte finish. It doesn't seem to be like shiny in any way or dewy, which I like because it kind of matches my matte foundation. And also I find that those more creamy and dewy concealers crease even more. So maybe it won't be too bad if this sets. Okie dokie. Setting powder. Again, I don't have anything new. I'm going to use something that I haven't used in ages, but I clearly used to use it a lot. This is the Benefit Hello Flawless powder in the shade Honey. This used to be just my everyday setting powder, and I can't remember the last time I used it, a long time ago. And I'm just going to use the same one for under my eyes. And there's a little bit of colour in this, so hopefully it'll warm up the foundation that bit. Bit more. Now, I think it has done a little bit, just looking this powder on this side and none on this side. I think it has added that little bit more colour. What the hell is in my eye? Okay, bronzer. I think I have two that I could go for. I could go for this Makeup Revolution palette, which is a dupe for the NYX contour palette that I use an awful lot, obviously in a smaller size. So you can see there that they've clearly tried to dupe the colours kind of dead on. I have taken swatches, comparison swatches of these, so there is a blog post to come on that, but I think I would like to try them side by side on the face for trying this the first time. So I'm going to go for this Rimmel natural bronzer, which has been around for ages. I think I might have used to have one of these when I was in school years and years ago, but apparently I bought it again recently enough because it was in my drawer of stuff to use, so I don't really remember buying it. It's in the number 22 Sun Bronze. I can't tell if there's a sheen to it or not. It looks fairly matte. Anyway, so I'm going to stick with that large powder brush that I was using. And just hit under the cheekbones. I need to switch brushes because I don't know if it's the brush or the powder, but it doesn't seem to be as either pigmented or smooth, I don't know. So I'm just going to switch over to the brush that I normally use for bronzing. It's a little bit dirty, I just gave it a quick clean so there's not much product in it. This is the Morphe M527 and I believe I tried this out in my last first impressions for the first time and I love it. So I'm going to try it with this bronzer because the other brush I was using wasn't as great. Yeah, that's better. Just need a more smoother brush. This one is it's a cheaper crown brush and it's just a little bit bristly or something, and the hairs aren't as smooth and even. So now we are bronzed. I'm still wondering, should I try this? I can only try a certain amount of colours side by side on my face anyway, so I might try one that I wouldn't normally use. I might use one of these two because in the NYX palette it's the outside two that I always go for my contour, so I might use, let me see, I think I might use a little bit of this one just to sculpt this a little bit more. Just give it a little bit more depth. For my blush and highlight, I have two palettes here again from Makeup Revolution. You can tell I had a little bit of a shopping spree. They both look gorgeous. I don't know which one. I have these two. Wait. These two. So this one is a lot more warm, which is what I use a lot of. And this one has kind of cooler tones and then 4 highlighters on the top. This one just has like these two sheeny shades. I think I'll go with this palette because I have more choice of highlighter. And you know what, let me do the eyes first and then see what we end up with, and I'll know what colour blush and stuff I want to do. So, Modern Renaissance, the infamous Modern Renaissance. So if you haven't seen this, which I'm, Jesus, throwing things around. If you haven't seen this, which I'm sure you have, these are the colours: warm, some neutrals, some bright pinks, which I love. So I don't know. I don't know. And I'll try out the brush that comes with it as well. I wish this wasn't synthetic, the flat side. This one seems okay. Shedding a little bit, but it's new, so that's okay. It seems a little bit small for my liking, and I don't like that this is synthetic, but we'll give it a shot. Okay, I'll start with the flat side and a highlight, and I'm going to go into Vermeer. Oh, they're quite soft. Nice payoff though, as expected. This is my first time using Anastasia eyeshadows. I was expecting them to be good quality. Maybe I'll do my crease first, and I'm going to use a MAC 224, which is like a bigger version of what comes in the palette. So, and I'm going to go in with the shade Burnt Orange first. Wow, they're really, I don't know if you can see that. See on Burnt Orange there? I literally just tapped it in a couple of times, and there's like a lot of fallout in the pan. They're just really soft. So that's going into my crease and blending up as my transition. Really nice shade. I really like that. It's a nice soft orange. I don't know what I've called burnt orange though. Name the name of it. Name the name of it. I don't know what I've called. I don't know what I've named it burnt orange. But I think that's because when I worked in English, the shade 335 was what we called the burnt orange. And that's like a deeper orange. It has a little bit more of like a browny undertone to it. Like burnt, I suppose. So I think that's why that kind of colour is what I associate with burnt orange. But anyway, it's a lovely colour. And it's blending nicely. I'll take a little bit of that under the eye as well. Attractive faces. Okay, to darken that crease, I'm going to go for Cypress Umber, which is this one, the darker brown. Okay, so I'm using the brush that you get, the blending side that you get with it. I'm going into the crease and blending that into the orange. And again, I'll bring a little bit of that under the eye. Okay, for the lid, I think we'll go Antique Bronze, which again is another funny name because it's like, it doesn't look bronzy to me. It's this shade right here. It's like a medium brown with red flashes. I don't know. It's hard to describe, but it's really interesting looking. It's a kind of a unique shade. We'll see how it comes out on the lid. It's a nice shade. Okay, so I'm just going to go back to that dark brown and blend that onto the lid to darken up the outer corner. And I'm also going to go back to my highlight and blend it up into the lid colour a little bit, just to make it a little bit more seamless where they meet. Okay, so I think I'm going to leave the shadow at that. Let's add some mascara. And this is the Tarte's Lights Camera Lashes mascara. It's not a new one for me or anything, but it's just the one I'm currently using. And I like it a lot. I think I've mentioned it previously. Okay, so for brows, again, I don't have anything brand new, but I just found this little collection eyebrow kit, but it's in the shade Blonde. I remember I got this free with like a purchase from Boots online. It's in the shade Blonde, I think, but there's a light, medium and dark, so I'll just go for like the medium one and I'll just try out the little tiny brush. Normally I go for a gel and I have it like really defined and sharp, so powder will be quite different for me. I don't like this colour. It's like kind of matching my lid shade, which is weird. Not used to this. Carry on. That just looks really weird. I'm gonna have to even the other side and then go over with something. What the hell? What kind of colour is that? Whose brows are that shade? Okay, so I've roughly filled them in with that. It's a really weird shade. It's like this plummy undertone brown. I think I'll just go over with the NYX pomade in Espresso, because it's quite cool. Quite cool brown like. Okay, that is it with the NYX pomade over it. So I'll just do the same on the other side. Okay, that is gonna have to do. It's toned down that colour and made it a little bit more normal looking and sharpened them up a bit. So, back to the cheeks. So we're going with this palette from Makeup Revolution, and I think I'll go with the pink shade, just a light hand, and just take a tiny touch of it. the apple of the cheeks and blending backwards, just to pick up on the kind of the pinky reddy shade in the lid colour. And then for highlight, let's get a brush. Okay, we'll try out this little guy. And let's go for this one. It looks like it has kind of a pinky undertone sheen to it. And it does. Oh, that's lovely. That's kind of like in my tutorial where I did like the vampy lip, I kind of mixed my own highlight. I mixed a pinky pigment and a creamy pigment, and it had this pink flash, kind of like this. So this is quite cool that I have one pre-made. But I don't know, do I want something a little bit softer over the top so it's not so pink? I think I'll just take a little bit of this this soft creamier shade. We'll just mute it down a little bit. The Cupid's bow. And on the tip of the nose. That's actually quite nice, that one, because it's not as shiny as these three, but it's not matte, it's just sheeny. It's quite nice. Okay, for my lips, I actually had a good lash of lip colours that I haven't used, so let's just pick one. Okay, I have this pack of like little Tarte mini lip glosses and matte lip tints, and I kept the ones that I hadn't used in this. I've had it for ages, so I completely forgot about it. But there's a lip gloss here that looks like it'll go with our tones, and it's not like a shimmery lip gloss, so that's nice. I very rarely just use a lip gloss. I used to when I was younger, but now I feel like I need more pigment. Even though it's quite nice just for like a natural look, where I don't need more pigment. It feels like a thicker gloss so that it will wear well, it will last a bit longer. But it's not too sticky that it's like annoying, it's still creamy and soft. Okay, why can't I get my edges right? Maybe this is why I don't wear lip glosses on the own. Okay, and that is the finished look. I'm quite happy with how that came out. It's nice and wearable, which is perfect because I'm going working. Really nice shades in the, or really nice pigment in the Anastasia. As I said, I was surprised that they were powdery, but personally that really doesn't bother me because the pigment is amazing. So really happy with those shades, and I love the colours in them. It's nice to have those that kind of colour range in it. So love the palette. Didn't like that brow thing that I used, even though apparently I used it before because it looked used. What else? Love the foundation, new favourite. I don't know if a better primer would stop it from settling in fine lines, so I don't know about that strobe cream thing. I'm going to try it under other foundations and stuff as well, and see if that goldy sheen makes a difference with maybe a thinner foundation. Love the highlight from the Makeup Revolution palette. Love this. So I'm really excited to use that other palette that I have of the warmer shades. So I'm happy with that. What else? The bronzer was quite nice. Just need a good, nice smooth brush for it. But it's a nice colour. And the lip gloss was okay. Just application wise, I think I'm just more used to something more pigment, and I needed a lip brush to like fix the edges and stuff. But because this is the formula, feels lovely and feels like it will wear well. So that is all from me, you guys. Don't forget to check out my Facebook and Instagram for that giveaway and give it an entry. You never know, the winners are going to be picked randomly, so give it a shot. And if you're curious to see my new makeup studio, don't forget to follow me on Snapchat, where I'll be snapping how it's going. Well, it could be done by the time this goes up, so you'll see it when it's done. And I feel like I'm just going to be so much more productive when I have that. Why am I doing this? I feel like I'm going to be so much more productive when I have that, because I'm going to have like my computer desk and everything out there, and I'm just going to have like a nice workspace so I can film and like not have barking dogs and annoying things happening. So I can film out there and write blog posts and just have a lovely space to be in. So I should be more consistent. I'm so sorry I haven't been more consistent with videos. There's been kind of a gap between this one and the last video because I filmed something and I just wasn't that excited about it, so I just didn't really want to edit it. Every time I opened it up to edit, I just kind of procrastinated and did other things because I just wasn't that excited about it. But I think what I might do is just chop it up and do make it like a little quick Instagram video. I don't know, I mightn't use it at all. Anyway, sorry. Thank you so much for watching. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you on the next one. Thanks a million, guys. Bye bye.